One day, in a world swallowed by chaos, a single man dared to stand against the tide of corruption. Humanity had fallen into violence, greed, and destruction, and God was grieved by what he saw. In his sorrow he declared, "I will wipe mankind, whom I have created, from the face of the earth." But in the darkness, one man shone like a beacon. Noah, a man righteous and blameless. This is the extraordinary story of faith, judgment, and salvation, a tale whispered through time and echoed by history. One night, Noah heard the voice of God, "Build an ark, for I will bring a flood to cleanse the earth." The instructions were precise: a vessel 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high, made of gopher wood and sealed with pitch. To put it into perspective, the ark would have been the size of a modern aircraft carrier. Noah began the monumental task, working with his sons, enduring the mockery of his neighbors. Despite their jeers, he pressed on, driven by faith in God's words. Interestingly, historians note that ancient shipbuilding techniques described in Genesis match records found in Mesopotamian texts like the Epic of Gilgamesh, which also recounts a flood and a massive boat built to preserve life. Could these shared legends point to a real event? As the ark neared completion, an extraordinary sight unfolded. From the far corners of the earth, animals began to gather, 2 by 2, just as God commanded. Imagine the scene: mighty elephants and roaring lions, chirping birds and slithering serpents, all marching in perfect harmony. The neighbors, who once mocked Noah, now stood in stunned silence. Modern scientists marvel at this part of the story. Some speculate that natural migrations, triggered by environmental changes, might explain the gathering of animals. Could divine guidance have aligned with natural instinct? The skies darkened, and the first drops fell. Then the heavens opened, unleashing torrents of rain. The earth trembled as underground springs burst forth. Rivers swelled into oceans, swallowing cities, forests, and mountains. Inside the ark, Noah's family could hear the cries of those who mocked them. But it was too late. For 40 days and nights, the rain continued, covering everything. Historians have long debated the Great Flood. In 1999, researchers investigating the Black Sea found evidence of a sudden catastrophic flood that occurred around 7,000 years ago. Could this have been the event described in the Bible, or perhaps one of many that inspired global flood legends, like those of the Sumerians, Hindus, and Native Americans? After months of silence, the rain stopped, and the waters began to recede. The ark drifted until it came to rest on the mountains of Ararat, located in modern-day Turkey. Over centuries, explorers and archaeologists have searched Mount Ararat for evidence of the ark. Some claim to have found remnants of ancient wood high on the mountain, carbon dated to around the time of the biblical flood. While the findings remain inconclusive, they continue to fuel the mystery of Noah's ark. Finally, the earth dried, and Noah, his family, and the animals stepped out into a renewed world. As Noah built an altar to thank God, a breathtaking sight appeared in the sky, a rainbow stretching from horizon to horizon. God spoke, "Never again will I destroy the earth by flood. This rainbow is my covenant with you and all living creatures, a sign of my promise for generations to come." Even today, the rainbow stands as a universal symbol of hope and renewal, reminding us of God's mercy and faithfulness. The story of Noah is not just about judgment, it's about redemption, second chances, and the enduring power of faith. The story of Noah's Ark has fascinated humanity for millennia. From the Bible to global flood legends and even modern archaeological expeditions, it challenges us to reflect on faith, obedience, and renewal. But this story is also deeply personal. It asks us, would we have the faith to build an ark when the world mocks us? Would we trust in God's plan? Like, share, and subscribe for more breathtaking journeys into the Bible's most powerful stories and the evidence that makes them come alive.